Primate was a movie that was written and directed by Johanna Roberts. It was first released in 2025 in film festivals before getting a more wider release in January 2026 in theaters, and grossed over $40 million in the box office with a budget of around a little over $20 million. Now, first and most importantly of all, the gore looks great. Whenever someone is being attacked or being killed, it is used with good old practical effects, and it looks fantastic. I would show an image, but I would have to blur it, and I really don't want to put that much effort into editing, but trust me, it looks great. My favorite kill in the whole movie has to be the opening scene where a guy just gets his face ripped off. It looks great, and that made me smile really big. That made me go, oh, okay, we're gonna have a fun time with this. This is gonna be a great movie to watch. And while I do have problems with it, I will tell you that that was a great opener and it does have really good kills. And there's also another kill where someone gets their jaw ripped off. That looked great. Those two scenes are probably my favorite scenes in a whole movie because they're really good. They're really good kills, and they also just have the most fun and funniness to them. There's a couple other jokes that makes me laugh and smile, but those two, especially the jaw one, makes me laugh a lot. And yeah, I just think those are great scenes, and I appreciate them and like them so much. This movie also has some really good camera work. There are so many shots, kind of overhead shots and wide shots of just kind of nature and just going off a cliff. There's some really good shots in there, and the camera work in general is also just kind of really good. I can also respect that this movie is a little under 90 minutes, so it's not very long. It's relatively short compared to movies nowadays. You can just get in, watch it, and get out, and not much time will be lost. And I also think this the whole concept of an ape killing people is a very fun concept, and I really like that. And you can definitely tell they had some scenes where they have a lot of fun with the concept that this is an ape that's killing people, and they play with that a little bit, and that was really cool that they decided to do that. Apes, they're kind of scary creatures. I'm personally not afraid of them, but they are kind of scary. They can kill you. So having that as villain, I think is really cool. And also the person who's playing the ape, in the suit, does a good job. So, good job, person playing in suit, who I forgot the name of. I'll put a name up here. Good job, you did a good job. So as you can tell, there's a lot of things I like about this movie, and I think are really good. However, there are just a few problems, a couple problems I have in this movie that keeps me from saying that I'm a fan of this movie. There's some things I have that makes me not like this movie a whole lot. One of the main ones being the characters, and they're not like a lot to them. There's not a whole lot to these characters. We don't get a lot of time spent with them. You get a lot of time. We do get a lot of time spent with them, but I don't think it's enough time, and I don't think it properly develops the characters. So when the actual killing and carnage just happen, I don't feel like I'm invested in these characters enough to really care about them. I mean, I'm rooting for them to survive and win, but I'm not invested in them. I'm not too much oh my god, they're gonna die. My life is gonna be over. No, it's oh, okay, that person's dead now. Well, that sucks. I also they do try to throw some conflict in there, a little bit of character stuff, with having one girl kiss this one guy that another girl was interested in, using the term very loosely, but that goes nowhere. It kind of just gets forgotten about almost, because the spoiler, and the spoiler. So it doesn't really do a whole lot to the story at all, which makes me kind of question why it was even in there in the first place. Other than just try to develop the characters, which didn't do, like I said, a whole lot. At least for me, it didn't. And also, these characters, they make some dumb decisions. They do make good decisions in the movie that helps them survive, but they do also make a couple of dumb decisions. They need a phone to call the cops, and a number of times when they have the chance to, they will not grab the phone and they will just kind of run away. Characters, they have a chance to run away and get survived, but they won't. There is a scene where a girl is watching one of her friends get beat up and is kind of basically dying, and she tells her constantly to tell the other person to run away, but the girl is constantly just it's still just looking at her being beaten. and not running away. There is a scene where a person, two people, are running away from the ape, and one of the persons stops to fully turn around to look at the ape, and then fully turns around just to run again, and of course, the ape catches her and kills her. Why would they turn around? I don't know! Sorry, that was I yelled a slight bit, but yeah, sometimes these characters make some dumb decisions that get them killed, and it is just a little frustrating. Like, it's hard for me to care about this person dying, one, because I don't know them a whole lot because the movie didn't really expand on the character, but also because of decisions like that that gets them killed because of their dumb decisions. And there was also a couple deaths, not all of them, but definitely a couple deaths where someone is being attacked or killed, and the camera like zooms in very closely on them, like on like while they're being killed or on the spot they're being killed, and it's kind of hard to see like what's going on, like hard to see like what's like happening on screen, like oh, there's a bunch of like tearing skin. I didn't know that. It's like very zoomed in, so we can't really see a lot going on. It doesn't happen all the time, thankfully. There are some really good kills that are on screen, but definitely like one or two, possibly three that does that. And I don't know, it felt like it kind of ruins the kills a little bit for me. There's also many instances, not a lot, like I think like 3 times, maybe four, where a person moves from point A to point B and they are not hurt whatsoever. Like, sound doesn't even like conjure up because of them. They make no noise, and I do not understand it. Either that, or they just kind of like here, and then they teleported to here, and I don't know why they don't include like the sound. Huh? And lastly, I think this movie has a few too many suspense sequences. Like, I don't hate those at all. They can work very well in a lot of movies, but in this movie, I don't think they do that very well. I think it's mostly because, like I said, I don't develop the characters too much for me to really care about if they live or die a whole lot. So having like so many suspense sequences of them like being almost found, some an ape about to like charge up and like attack them, or an ape almost finding them. I feel like there was too many scenes of those that just kind of dried out for a little bit. But all in all, despite my likes and dislikes of this film, this is just an ordinary, basic slasher film with an ape killer. Like, there's not like a whole lot that's new here or a lot like breaking stuff. And despite there's a lot of things I do like about the film, there's also just a lot of things I don't like about the film that makes me from like liking a whole lot. I get that a lot of people, and I know some people who have seen it, and they had a great time, fun time watching it. And while I can have fun with some moments, and there are some like kills that I think are really fun to watch, ultimately, there's just some problems with the movie and some things that needs to be worked on for this movie to just kind of be better, mainly with the characters. So all in all, this movie for me gets a 9 out of 20. I don't know how to end the video, so thank you for watching. Bye.